All right, welcome back to American Sunrise. I'm Dr. G. It is time now for our moment of faith brought to us by the great folks at Lee Greenwood and the God Bless the USA Bible. In focus today, the second annual Catholic Prayer for America Gala. This is happening at the home of President Donald Trump, right over here at Mar-a-Lago. It is set for March 19th, the feast day of St. Joseph. Power prayer is real, and this big event will showcase how prayer is at the heart of what makes America great. Let's welcome in John Yep. He is the CEO of Catholics for Catholics. Welcome. I want to talk about this gala, but before we do, I am just dying to ask you about the situation of with the Pope. I know that you have spent a lot of time there in Rome at the Vatican. Give us insight.
Spent 5 years there in Rome. Was there actually when the Holy Father Pope Francis was actually named. So stood right there when the smoke came out and got to see it firsthand. So we have followed this pontificate very closely, and it's all eyes should be right now on Rome, even if you're not Catholic, because the significance of the Pope on just a geopolitical scale is really enormous. So we need to just keep praying for the Pope, especially for the repose of his, or for his soul, ultimately, if God is going to call him home now during this time. So, yes, thank you for asking about that. And it's an important time for Catholics and also non-Catholics alike.
I love how you will have more priests and nuns at this event than I believe have ever gathered at Mar-a-Lago, certainly, perhaps at any major political event. What does this tell us about the direction our culture is headed from a faith perspective?
Look, the hardest workers, the hardest patriots are usually those who have a strong prayer life and love their God and their country. And we saw that in the last election. Catholics for Catholics, our group that's putting this on for the second year in a row. We're not just sitting in churches praying all day. We worked so hard to get President Trump elected. We gave him the largest Catholic landslide in U.S. history, 58 to 40%. So we're coming back to his house, first and foremost to thank, our God and him for the tremendous work that he's doing for America. And yes, you said it, thanks in part to Cameron Moore, a great friend of ours and American Heroes Association, they have come up with a crazy idea to basically flood Mar-a-Lago with 100 captive priests. So we're grateful that they are sponsoring those priests to be able to come. They are men who oversee large congregations all throughout the United States. And our message of prayer and action is going to get out there on March 19th.
Well, John, I'll tell you what, I wish I had more time with you because I really wanted to ask you about Catholic Charities and some of the damage and destruction they've done.
Oh, my gosh, that's a whole can of worms there. It has to be we're going to talk about it on the 19th, I guarantee you.
Okay, all right. Well, people will have to tune into that. Where can they find your work?
So just Google Catholics for Catholics. You're going to see that come up right away for that site, or just Google Catholic Prayer for America Gala in Mar-a-Lago. You're going to want to be there. Tickets are selling very quickly, and it's an important moment to gather as a country after this election.
Yeah, my daughter's getting married in Ireland, or I would certainly be there at your event. Thank you so much for coming on with us. John Yep, Catholics for Catholics, back with the second hour of American Sunrise in 2.